Children, good morning. Preeti Thakkar back to you with SS Standard 7th. Chapter 6, Mughal Empire, Golden Age and Downfall. Jalu family went on a tour to Delhi. Palak gave the album of snaps taken during the tour to her class teacher. She showed it to the students. One question was written under each picture. Looking at one of the picture, student asked the teacher a question. Why is this lady in the picture pulling the chain of the bell? The teacher answered that this picture gives a glimpse of the system of justice during Jahangir's period. We will get information about different Mughal rulers today. See, children, here in the picture showed Jahangir's love for justice, but you can see the lady pulling the chain of the bell. That means that she is asking for the justice. And while Mughal Empire, Jahangir's reign, this system was followed. After the death of Akbar, the most powerful and influential ruler of Mughal dynasty, Jahangir, ascended the throne of Delhi. The Mughal kingdom was extended far and wide during this period. Was peace in the state. After him, during Shah Jahan's reign, many monuments were built. Many of these were world famous monuments of unparalleled magnificence. During this reign, the Mughal dynasty was stabilized. Later on, during Aurangzeb's rule, the empire extended, but it led to the fall of the empire too. See, children, here it is said that Akbar, after Akbar's death, the most powerful influence ruler was Mughal dynasty, and Jahangir ascended the throne of Delhi. Then the Mughal kingdom was extended far away and wide during this period. There was peace also in the state. And during Shah Jahan's reign, there were many monuments built in those days. After that, even world famous monuments, not only the magnificent, but they were world famous monuments, right? And during the reign, they was properly stabilized at that time. And then when Aurangzeb started ruling, the empire extended, no doubt, but at the same time, there it led to the fall of the empire too. Let's learn about some major incident that occurred during Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb's period. Now, learning about Jahangir, what we are going to learn. That is, Jahangir ruled in 1605 to 1627. After the demise of Akbar, his son Salim assumed the name of Jahangir, conqueror of the world, and ascended the throne in 1605 CE. After Akbar's death, it was his son Salim who took on the throne, but he was named as Jahangir, and till now he is known as Jahangir. Prince Khusrau revolted against him, and so Jahangir imprisoned him. Prince Khusrau was Jahangir's son, and he revolted. मतलब he उसने बगावत की against him. So Jahangir ने क्या किया? He imprisoned him. Jahangir accused Sikh Guru Arjan Singh of helping Khusrau and so sentenced him to death. Sikh Arjan Singh, who helped Khusrau, Jahangir came to know that Guru Arjan Singh is helping Khusrau, and so he punished Arjan Singh and sentenced him to death. During Jahangir's reign, Hawking and Thomas Rio visited India as representative of the King of England and sought permission to trade in India. That time, these two people visited India and they got the permission from Jahangir to trade in India. Jahangir's wife Noor Jahan was very beautiful and ambitious. Most of the administrative work of the empire was handled by her. See children, Jahangir's wife Noor Jahan, though she was very beautiful, she was very good in the administrative work and she used to handle the whole empire's administrative work. Now, moving on forward to Shah Jahan. He ruled from 1627 to 1658. Shah Jahan believed that agriculture is the fundamental to the prosperity of our nation. So, he gave primary importance to agriculture and continued with Akbar's land revenue system. He appointed honest and hard-working officers. See children, here it is said, Shah Jahan followed Akbar's revenue system and he also believed that agriculture is the main important fundamental prosperity of the nation. Right? Then Shah Jahan established a new city near Delhi and named it Shah Jahanabad. He constructed many grand buildings there. Shah Jahan established in a new city and he named that city as Shah Jahanabad. He constructed many grand buildings there. Then, in comparison to others, the Mughal Empire's income and revenue was more during Shah Jahan's reign. While Shah Jahan's reign, they used to earn more income and revenue system. Okay. Shah Jahan constructed world famous monuments like, see, these are the world famous monuments which we all have heard last year also. That is Taj Mahal, Diwan-e-Aam, Diwan-e-Khas in the Red Fort, Rang Mahal, Moti Masjid, Jama Masjid of Delhi, etc. These were the very, world famous monuments built by Shah Jahan. Now, moving on towards Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb ruled in 1658 to 1707. Aurangzeb's memory was extraordinarily sharp. He had a very sharp memory. He was well versed in Arabic and Persian languages. He was very much expert in Arabic and Persian languages and had studied the Quran-e-Sharif in detail. Quran-e-Sharif was the holy book of Muslim people and he had read the whole book very much in detail. Aurangzeb disliked art, painting. Aurangzeb never used to like art, music, painting, etc. Veer Durgadas waged a prolonged war with Aurangzeb for 25 years in order to free Marwar. See, Veer Durgadas, prolonged मतलब बहुत लंबा चला युद्ध औरंगजेब के साथ. It was a prolonged war with Aurangzeb. वो भी that was 25 years in order to free मारवाड़ को free करने के लिए. Then Aurangzeb also fought against Shia states of Bijapur and Golconda in south of 25 years. Even in Maharashtra, Shivaji established the Maratha kingdom in South India and had constant conflicts with Aurangzeb. We all have heard many stories about Shivaji and Aurangzeb also hiding in the basket and escaping from his from him, right? Then the Jats and the Sikh too revolted against Aurangzeb. Jat और Sikh लोग भी उसके साथ बगावत करते थे. And after knowing about some of the incidents that occurred during the rule of Mughal Empire Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb, now let's learn about the social life and administration. Now we learn about the social life and administration about the Mughal era. Now, social life. Society was based on feudal system during the Mughal era. The king and his courtiers led the life of pleasure and luxury. बहुत अच्छे से जी रहे थे. Full pleasure और luxurious life they used to live. The emperor and armies were found with the of expensive clothes and jewelry. They used to wear very expensive clothes and expensive jewelries. Then Abul Fazl has written a book about 1,000 expensive garments used to be made for emperor every year. Abdul Fazl had written a book in which it is given in detail that about 1,000 expensive garments used to be made by emperor every time. During this time, Gujarati traders conducted business on the large scale. Gujarati are already famous in business, and that time it was going on a very large scale. Businesses were moving very on the large scale, and large volume of goods were imported and exported from the ports of Gujarat. Festivals were celebrated with lot of pomp and grandeur. With lot of pomp and grandeur. मतलब बहुत शान से. ग्रैंडियर मतलब बहुत शान से. पॉम्प मतलब इन वेरी लार्ज, बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर, एंड बड़े शान से. ड्यूरिंग जहांगीर रियन, दशहरा वॉज सेलिब्रेटेड इन अ ग्रैंड मैनर. दशहरा बहुत ही जोर से सेलिब्रेट करते थे इन अ ग्रैंड मैनर, बहुत शान से. फॉरेनर डिड नॉट हैव द राइट टू टेक अवे वेल्थ फ्रॉम इंडिया. Foreigners were not allowed to take any wealth from India. Then, moving on toward the economic condition, we can know about the economic condition prevalent during the Mughal era from Abdul Fazl's book. From Abdul Fazl's book, we can know many economic condition on in those times. At that time, 55.5 ratal was equal to one man. Old units of weight. See, 55.5 ratal was equal to one man in weight. Okay. Then shawls from Lahore, Duris from Fatehpur Sikri, cotton cloth from Gujarat, and Dhaka's muslin, it is known as actually, muslin, were very famous and popular products. These were the popular products from different places. Goods were exported and imported from Khambat, Surat, Bharuch, and many ports of Bengal. Villages were self reliant at that time. Villagers themselves produced most of the goods and that they required. They used to send their themselves. The villagers used to send themselves and produce most of the goods they required. They used to produce their own goods which they required. Now, moving toward the art and literature of Mughal period. The Mughal rulers were very fond of grand palaces. Hindu style of architectural decoration merged with Islamic style of construction, palaces and domes. See children, here it is said that they used to make grand palaces. Dome मतलब बीच में से गोल घुम्मट होना. That is a type of dome. Like you have seen the upper part of Taj Mahal in between. It is round in shape. So that is known as dome. And here Hindu style and architectural decoration were merged with the Islamic style of constructions. Right. Then Shah Jahan built many renowned monuments. Shah Jahan ने बहुत ही बढ़िया से monuments बनाए and is known as constructor of palaces. He was known as constructor of palaces because he used to give very good designs for all these things, all building the monuments. He also patronized many artists and so encouraged art. The Rajput rulers were very fond of paintings and so patronized the art of painting. Jahangir too was fond of collecting paintings. Jahangir also was interested in paintings. Then, the Mughal era is considered to be a peaceful period on the whole. In those period, it was the most peaceful period the people used to live. It was favorable time for development of literature, and Sanskrit book were translated. Historical volumes were written in Hindi. Literature received patronage. See children, this was to be well known that during that time literature को बढ़ावा दिया जाता था. Development of literature, and the Sanskrit books were translated in Hindi literature, and they were the world famous. Like it became that it was very famous in those days. The dohas of Kabir and Rahim and Saki became famous. Dohas and Sakis of Kabir and Rahim became very famous during those days. Then Raskan, a disciple of Vaishnav Acharya, Vitthal Nathji, composed Hindi poetry. Acharya Vitthal Nathji composed a Hindi poetry. Many foreign travelers came to India during this period. They have described the state administrative system and common life of the people in their travelogues. They had written the books travelogues in which they have described the administrative system and the common life of the people during those days. Two French travelers, that is Tavernier and Bernier, visited India during that time. Of them, Bernier lived in India for 12 years. He has observed that Mughal rulers used to spend a great sum of the army. He used to observe that they used to spend many money on the army. Mughal rulers were spending much of the money on the army so that they also could win the war with lot of army. He also mentioned appreciatively that Indian textile were very famous in the market of Europe and Asia. They even used to appreciate all these markets, that the textile market, the cloth, we have already learnt in that first paragraph that from where the dhuris, Fatehpur Sikri, dhuris from Fatehpur Sikri, cloth from Gujarat, and all these textile, Indian textile were very famous in the market of Europe and Asia also. Now, moving forward about the downfall. When did the downfall start in Mughal rule? Then Shah Jahan's reign can be considered as the golden age of Mughal Empire. Shah Jahan reign was known as the golden age of Mughal Empire. One can say that the downfall of Mughal Empire started in the later years of Shah Jahan, end of the Shah Jahan period. It started in the later years. Aurangzeb's policy to prove fatal, that is, ending in the death. Um, Aurangzeb struggled continuously. Among these, the conflicts with Veer Durga Das in the north and Maratha Keshari Shivaji in the south are noteworthy. So here, Aurangzeb struggled continuously, but he had many conflicts with Veer Durga Das and Shivaji Maharaj. We have already learnt about. Now, we are going to still learn something about Veer Durga Das and Chhatrapati Shivaji forward. Now, after the demise of the king of Jodhpur, his queen and her son were under the threat of Mughal rulers. So, they were afraid of the Mughal rulers. And after the demise of King Jodhpur, his queen and her son were under the threat. So, Veer Durga Das place. Veer Durga Das took care of them and he gave them shelter in the safe place. After that, with the help of loyal soldiers, he protected Marwar's independence for 25 years. See, after that, with the help of loyal soldiers, loyal matlab honest soldiers, and he protected Marwar and continued till 25 years. Aurangzeb was unsuccessful in dealing with their tragedy of launching surprise attacks and had ultimately reconciled with the Rajput. He had many surprise attacks and ultimately he had to reconcile with the Rajputs. Now moving towards the Chhatrapati Shivaji, about Chhatrapati Shivaji. As a consequence of Aurangzeb's policy, many kingdoms revolted against him. Maratha kingdom was one amongst them. Maratha kingdom matlab, that is Chhatrapati Shivaji's kingdom. The Maratha Sardar chieftains who worked for the Bahmani sultans enjoyed jagirs. Jagirs matlab large land holdings, जिसके पास बहुत ज़्यादा ज़मीन है, that is known as jagirs. But the need to establish an independent and strong Maratha kingdom arose with the emergence of Shahaji Bhosle, the brave and capable leader. He was Shahaji Bhosle. He was Shivaji's father, Chhatrapati Shivaji's father. Later, Shivaji Maharaj, his son, Sahaji Bhosle's son, took over the mantle of the Maratha kingdom. After Shahaji Bhosle, Shivaji Maharaj took over the Maratha kingdom. Shivaji Bhosle was born in 1627 CE in Shivneri Fort, but here, he was born in 1630, whereas in some of your textbook there is a printing mistake which you can correct them. It is given 1627, you can cut them and put it 1630, right? And he was raised by his mother Jijabai and mentor Dadoji Kondev. Dadoji Kondev was his mentor मतलब गुरु की तरह and his guardian की तरह उसको पाला और समझाया था. जीजाबाई and दादोजी कोंडदेव. He dreamt of establishing a small and independent kingdom at Pune. He dreamt मतलब उसने एक सपना देखा था एक छोटा सा independent kingdom हो पुणे में. He inherited his self-respect, fearlessness and brilliancy from his mother and learnt the intricacies of administrative policies from his grandfather. See, he took many things he learned from his mother, that is self-respect, fearlessness and brilliancy. He learned from his mother, and the administrative policies he learned from his grandfather. He was fortunate enough to have a good friend like Tanaji. Tanaji was his best friend, and he was fortunate, मतलब बहुत नसीब से ऐसे दोस्त मिलता है. Gradually, he expanded his army, and at the tender age of 16, he started capturing forts. See, at the age of 16, he started capturing forts, whereas we children are at the age of 16, we are just learning in the school, and we are given lot of facilities from our homes also. Torana, Chakan, Sindhgad, Purandar were some of the forts captured by him. These were the forts captured by Shivaji at the age of 16. Shivaji was coronated in 1674 CE after several confrontations. He with the Sultans of Bijapur and the Mughals of Delhi. He worked hard to establish a smooth and efficient system. He worked very hard to run a very good administrative system. He formed a cabinet of 8 ministers for the proper administrative of the state. See, for running the administrative system smoothly, he formed a cabinet of 8 ministers, and then he was able to administrate the state very smoothly. Moving forward toward the end of Mughal rule, the Mughal army was tired of waging war against the Marathas in the south of 25 long years. Mughal army was tired. थक गए थे वो मराठास के साथ 25 साल तक लड़ के. At last, Aurangzeb decided to retreat toward the north. He had also become old by that time. After his demise, the decline of Mughal Empire began. After the demise of Aurangzeb, then the decline of Mughal Empire began. Struggle for the throne broke out. बहुत सारे लोग स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे एक साथ. देयर वॉज नो केपेबल रूलर हु कुड कीप एवरीबडी टुगेदर. कोई ऐसा रूलर नहीं था जो सबको एक साथ बांध कर रख सकता था. औरंगजेब्स नैरो माइंडेड पॉलिसीज वर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द एंड ऑफ मुगल एम्पायर. मुगल एम्पायर एंड was just because of Aurangzeb's narrow-minded policy. And the Mughal Empire which was established in 1526 CE, started declining from 1707 CE. It started declining, matlab was coming to the end. The empire set up by Babur extended over most of Indian in Aurangzeb's time, and during this reign itself started declining. Discuss about the Mughal Empire on the basis of the points given in the box below, that is 6.7. It is the point given. Discuss, read and discuss. Now with the help of map, find out about the extension of Mughal Empire during Akbar's reign. With the help of a map, find out about the extension of Mughal Empire during Aurangzeb's rule. From among the Mughal empire, rulers who extended the empire the most during the reign, during whose reign did downfall of Mughal empire begin. You can check it from the maps and discuss this with your friends also. So children, here I end with the chapter 6. Bye. See you then with the 7th chapter.